Mad church disease. a channel that's all about current events, news, and Christian drama. A channel that's dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Our brothers and sisters who courageously stepped outside the safe bounds of institutional Christianity to tell the truth. A channel whose goal is to help the average person understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. So, like, comment, subscribe, and smash the notifications button to be a part of this channel.
I'm actually moving over here, which is really weird. Okay, let me put my headphones on. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Okay. All right, let me get this off of my screen. I'm just going to work off of this one system that I'm in front of, so I don't like get all crazy. Everybody says, now I hear you. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, this has been a trying day. I can tell you. What up, JT Mac? What up, Patsy? What up, Ann Brock? Good to see you here. A blessed lady, good to see you here as well. Somebody said I left Facebook and came to YouTube. Please, thank you, because so much is going on today. I didn't even have so much stuff has been going on, and I'll get to it in a minute. But what up, everybody? Thank you. Please like and share this video. If you are here, please share this on all of your social media. Please make sure that you hit like and subscribe. What up, Jazzy Carrot? What up, New Presence? What up, everybody? It's grace and peace to everybody. Thank you, Ann. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I know I'm trying to take my time tonight. I really am, because it's been a whirlwind of a day. First of all, you guys, I actually had to go to 2 different stores to get the part that was needed to take our live phone calls. So I had to go to the store, 2 different stores to get the part for that. And so I'm gonna open up the phone lines here in a little while, once we get our show started. But I just needed to let me just woosah, because first of all, guys, this has been one heck of a day. I started off the day trying to test the phone system. I think, and it's just been a long day, and I didn't think I was gonna exert all of my energy. Then I started cleaning out one of my closets, and why did I do that? I'm exhausted, and I want to blame Roxanne for this. And the reason why I'm gonna blame Roxanne for this, because during COVID, Roxanne and I, we just were shopping too much. I got so much stuff, and I was trying to move some shoes and do some stuff and move some stuff around. And I was like, have you ever gone into your closet and been like, I forgot I even had these shoes? Like, I got perfectly good shoes that I don't wear that I totally forgot I even had. So it was like, you guys got to be kidding me. I didn't even realize I had the darn shoes. So it's just an absolute mess as far as that's concerned. But thank you guys for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. No matter where you're watching me, please hit the like button, hit the share button. And I had to stop the live because for some odd reason, the first live, it went private for some odd reason, and it wasn't public, and I didn't know why that was. And so the settings was just like totally off, and I don't know why it was off. And so I'm going to have to double check all of this stuff before we go live. So a lot of people, if they hit their bell notification, they probably won't even get notified about this particular live because, yeah. Yeah, who is that? Oh, that's Lynn. So yeah, they may not even be notified about this live, because you guys know we normally have a lot more people in the live on today. So I'm sorry. I just kind of got screwed up with the live today. And so this has just been a day of testing, period. Okay. So we started off by testing our phone system to see if the phone line will work. And then after I test the phone system, it was like, okay, let's see here. So we've just been testing. So no, I didn't hang up on you when you started singing. We heard you clearly say that the Kansas City Chiefs was still the Super Bowl champs. So we heard you. We heard you clearly. At least I heard you. But I when you and I was testing this morning, it wasn't working right. So but we was able to get it together and as a little, a little bit later. So share this out, everybody. Share this out, and make sure that you hit the like button if you have not already done so, because we got a long program to go on today, and I'm going to take my time with this particular program, just so you all know. I got a couple of things that I want to tell you. First of all, I am on TikTok as well as Instagram now. You can get to my channel, the Instagram or the TikTok at Mad Church Disease, on either TikTok or Instagram. So if you have not yet subscribed to me on TikTok or Instagram, please do so. You can pick that up at Mad Church Disease over there. Okay. And so that's that. Just wanted to make you guys aware that you can find me over there as well. All right. And so let me just make sure that I get a couple of things done. And so that way we can get our show rolling here on today. All right. I got so much stuff to do. All right. Let's see here. All right. Here we go. Let me see. Do I still have my updates here? Let's talk about some updates before I go anywhere. Okay. And of course, you guys, if you didn't know, you guys will be able to support the show by Cash App. The Cash App information, of course, is on your screen. Also, we're going to be going through a lot of stuff, and I have some video and stuff that I needed to show today. I want to make sure that I have all my video up there. Let's see. Let's go to the design here. Where is the videos? Oh, Lord. Okay, clips. There we go. Duh. All right. So much stuff is going on here. All right, you all. Let me get back into the chat here before I lose my darn mind. Sorry, Daryl. Shoot, we were late getting here anyway, so it don't even matter. Shout out to the 33 of you guys that are joining me. Let's go ahead and share this out, guys. Let's go ahead and share this out. Let's go ahead and get this out. Share this on your community wall, on your Facebook wall, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you have your social media. Make sure you share this. I screwed up this live today, so a lot of this is probably going to be repeat watchers or the replay in the replay gang. Shout out to the replay gang. If you're missing the live phone calls and missing us on today. All right. So yeah, I am going to be getting into the program here in just a moment. I got to get myself over to where I need to be. All right, you guys, where we're going to start today. Let's start with this joker. Lamar Whitehead. If you are unfamiliar with Lamar Whitehead is was one of the, well, they called him the bling bling pastor. And you guys know over the last couple of days I've been talking to you guys about him. And oh, you know what? I forgot to turn those other two lights on. Ain't this about nothing? Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Oh God, I forgot to turn the darn lights on. Okay. Lord, I'm tired. That's how you know I'm tired. If I forget all of this stuff, you know darn well I'm tired. Okay, the lights is on. Doggone it. Okay. Because if I move around, I don't want that pixelation. Okay. But you guys know I've been talking to you guys about Lamar Whitehead. Lamar Whitehead is known as the bling bling bishop. He was the pastor over there in New York, whose church got robbed. And apparently he's been sentenced to 9 years in prison. Now, I'm going to be real honest with you guys. You know, in the other video that I did the other day, some of you just went in hard on me because y'all was saying I was defending him. I'm not defending Lamar Whitehead. I was just letting you guys know in one instance where he talked about the robbery of his church. Those other vloggers were not correct. He actually did get robbed. It was a legitimate robbery. And one of the guys who robbed him was actually killed by the police. So, that's one thing that we can say that he actually did tell the truth about, was about that darn robbery. So anybody that told you he was faking the robbery and all of that other mess, they all lied. And like I was telling the moderators, and I was telling some of the other folks behind the scenes, all them people who was talking about, oh, he just lied and he lied and lied and lied. No, he didn't lie about the robbery. Now, he was lying and doing all of that crooked stuff on that other stuff. Absolutely 1000%. But when it comes to that robbery, he was telling the truth. So y'all need to call Genesee Warren and call Dr. Dingleberry and call, that Kingdom Dominion crown stealer over there. Call him and tell them that they was lying. That's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to tell them that they was lying because they weren't telling the truth. And that's all I'm going to say on that. But he's got 9 years in jail. So he's got plenty of time to sit around and think about all of the crap that he's done. Just that simple. He's got 9 years to figure it out. All right. But in his case, you'd be surprised that, he graduated from school. He's not as dumb as people think he is. He's just stupid when it comes to being a criminal. And most criminals are stupid. Most criminals don't realize how dumb they are. And, they think they're really sharp and they're really going to get one over eventually, but you're not. You're going to go to jail. Hey, I ain't fooling with them people. Jesus. You know what he called him? Jivey. You know what he called him? Telling all them lies, right? So it is what it is. But he was very, very clear on that. And they sent his tail to jail for 9 years. I'm just saying. So if you over there and you sit and for some odd reason you thinking that Lamar Whitehead should not have gone to jail, something is wrong with you. That's all I'm going to say. And he should have went to jail. He should have flat out went to jail. And I don't really have anything other than the fact that he should have went to jail for Lamar, because that's really it's just a flat out truth. And I wonder who's getting all this Fendi clothes and who's wearing all this stuff now. What happened to all this stuff? Did they sell it all so they could recoup that $90,000 they took from that lady? I wonder, is that what they're doing? That's the question I have. I want to know, is that what they're doing? So it's very, very interesting to me. That's all I know. But yeah, he's going to jail for 9 years. And I don't feel bad for him at all, because if you're going to rob people and do the stuff that these people was doing, you deserve to carry your behind on to jail, and ain't nobody going to feel sorry for you. All right, moving right along. So yeah, that's Lamar Whitehead, and he is on his way to jail for 9 years. Now, let's get into this joker for just a second. And I probably should have made his picture a little bit bigger. Well, it seems, ladies and gentlemen, that Justin Timberlake has been arrested. He was arrested in the Hamptons. Now, if you're going to be arrested anywhere, I would think you would want to be arrested in the Hamptons, right? So he was in the Hamptons, and he actually failed a field sobriety test. So he actually failed it. And the man claimed that he only had one martini. All I know, I'm going to tell you like my friend say, she said, all I know is, if he had one martini, that was a strong martini, because that sucker failed that field sobriety test, and he's already pleaded guilty, and he's been ordered to appear in court in July, and I'm sure the paparazzi and everybody's going to be out there. But let me tell you why I want to talk about this story, because I'm sure many of you are like, whatever, right? But let me tell you why. I don't really care for Justin anyway. I don't care for him. Let me just say that. I don't care for him at all. Good evening, Uncle Fred. Good evening. I don't care for Justin. And one of the reasons why I don't care, I haven't cared for Justin since Janet Jackson. You heard me correctly. First of all, I look at Justin as a culture vulture. He is just one of these folks who, acclimates to the culture. And, when he makes his money off of the culture, the next thing you know, he's somewhere in the Hamptons, and He's to me, he's a culture vulture. When he left Janet Jackson out there to hang in front of the whole wide world and didn't come to her defense, didn't defend her, just sat out there and let Janet take all of those hits from, the FTC and all of those people, and he never came out and said nothing. That's when I was like, oh, I'm over Justin. And let me just say this: without Timberland, there could not be a Timberlake. I want to be very clear about this. Without Timberland, you're not going to have a Justin Timberlake. And it just kills me because he is a 1000% culture vulture. And that's just how I feel. And he got this, this darn DUI, with his supposedly one martini. And I'm going to tell you right now, if one martini can get you that effed up, you got all kinds of problems. That was a strong martini. They need to sell that in the grocery stores, because if one drink is going to put you on your flat on your back, they need to definitely sell that more and more. They need to sell that everywhere. It needs to be everywhere. So simple as that. And let me take this headphone off before I'm tired of wearing that. Now his attorney said in a statement he looked forward to vigorously defending Mr. Timberlake on all these allegations. Look, fool, how's it an allegation that you failed a sobriety test? If you failed, you failed. Okay. Now wait a minute. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. Let me show you this. Let's talk about it. All right, so let's take a look at this. So he gets arrested for a DUI. I just wanted y'all to see. This is his mug shot. That's his mug shot. Let me clear that other design off the screen. Let me take that other one off. This be his mug shot. Mug shot. Now look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. He was drunk as a skunk. He was drunk as a skunk. And here's the thing about it. I don't know what it is about these celebrities that once they make a whole bunch of money and once they get into the, get all their money and stuff, then they just start acting a darn fool. And somebody said, oh, wow, I didn't even know that part. Allegedly, there was drugs in his system, too. I'm just saying. Now, look at this mugshot. And my thing is this, they're already putting memes up of Janet looking over him, because to tell you the truth, he left Janet Jackson out by herself. And that wasn't cool. I'm just saying it wasn't cool. And to tell you the truth, I don't have anything for Justin. I'm so glad I don't have to buy CDs and stuff like that. Because if I want to listen to a song, I just listen to it on my Spotify. But I guarantee you, this dude right here was drunk as a skunk. He looked drunk. And I don't understand what up with people taking all of these mug shots, trying to look like, they're having such a great day. You're not having a great day. You ain't having no great day. You're being arrested, fool, and you're being detained. So you're not having a great day. But yeah, Justin got arrested, and that's the situation with him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yay. Justin got arrested. And I don't feel bad for him at all, because he left Janet Jackson out there by herself. I don't feel bad at all. Not at all. Not at all. And I know some of you're going to be like, well, you feeling for Justin? I'm not feeling for Justin. Not at all. He did what he did, and you got to pay the price for what you do. I'm just saying. And he definitely is guilty. I don't care what nobody say. So if Janet was guilty, Justin is guilty. Sorry, Justin, you're just as guilty can be. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, when you look at this guy, and he always tries to come across as like some preppy kid, you know what I mean? But he's always over there drinking and doing all of the crap he does. But yeah, Justin got arrested, and I just wanted to get my statement out there about Janet Jackson. If you leave Janet Jackson out to dry, the community should leave you out to dry. We don't care. Go to rehab, Justin. Go find your way to rehab. That's what I suggest you do. Because to tell you the truth, I don't really care for you. That's just me. So that's just how I feel on that. All right. So let me go ahead and move on because y'all know me. I be trying to hit it in an hour and get myself on up out of here. Um, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Let me get over here. All right. Now let's talk a little bit today. Uh, let me hit this story first because this is probably going to be the longest one that I got to talk about. I've talked so much about this boy. I'm tired of talking about him. Tell you the truth. He gets on my last nerve. Let me tell you why Brian Karn gets on my last nerve. And let me get comfortable because this gonna take a minute. Because I plan on getting this out and having this in the internet world, in the internet space. Brian Karn, to me, in my opinion, is a false prophet. He's a false prophet. And here's the reason why he's a false prophet. For several reasons, but I'm going to start with the fact that he prophesied that Hillary Clinton was going to be the president of the United States. I know yours truly. Hit the like button and share, because I had to I had to stop the live and restart the live because it was private and all of this mess. Oh, you just wait. You just wait. So Brian prophesied and said that Hillary Clinton was going to be the president. Then at one point, Miss Justice, if you don't know who Miss Justice is, you can look her up on YouTube. She's the one that brought you guys the story about Brian taking the witch's prophecy and, putting that witch's prophecy out. Everything in that prophecy fell to the ground. He was talking about, pigs and all kinds of stupid stuff that had nothing to do. Yeah, I know, right? But most of these people it's incredible. It's incredible. And he's one of these ones that are running around this country talking about he's a prophet, just like Bernard Jordan, just like Dr. Dingleberry. All of these people run around here talking about, oh, I'm a prophet and I'm a man of God and all of this. Well, Brian has a history, okay? And before we get into the history, I want to talk to you all and just simply tell you that you got to be very careful when you're listening at these preachers. I'm going to play something for you right now. I'm going to take this off the screen. I'm going to play something for you guys. And I want you to understand something, that when these people, come out here and say stuff, you got to really listen at what they're saying. Now, I'm going to play this video. It's not a very long video, and I want you guys to listen at what this idiot says. And I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Because when you're that gifted, people will give you whatever you ask for. So the temptation comes to use your gift to gain. The temptation, whenever you got a gift and you got an ability, and that's why I keep trying to teach people. That's the spirit of this age. Everything is about the dollar. Everybody trying to get ahead. Everybody want money. Everybody trying to make ends meet. And the temptation is always to prostitute yourself. Easy to do that, but it takes faith to say, God, before I become a spiritual whore, I'll sit here and wait on you. Before I sell my soul to the devil, I'll wait on you and see you do what you say you're going to do. Takes that to trust him, and to take him at his word. Tells your neighbor again, get out the way.
Okay. Now, I'm probably going to play this clip again a couple times today because I need to get some stuff out of here. First of all, this man got a whole nerve talking about somebody prostituting themselves, and it always amazes me how he comes out and acts like he's got some sort of new revelation, and then he's talking about, oh, well, everybody's out here in this age and they're trying to get more money and get more money. Brian, you got one church in 3 damn locations. Let me be very clear. All of you preachers is running around here with all these 3 and 4 and 5 churches with this subway mentality. You done franchise the church. You got a church in Charlotte. You got a church over here. You got a church over there. This is just the franchise mentality. You got 3 churches in one church in 3 different locations. That's for revenue purposes. Now, you can say all you want to, that you're doing that so that you can win souls to the kingdom of God. I'm going to tell you, you'll win soul. Lie. You're doing that for money. And you know why you're doing that for money? Because when you follow that witch, and then that witch's prophecy didn't come to pass, which made everybody look at you crazy. If y'all don't know, the moment that prophecy hit the ground, an evangelist, oh Lord, I don't know why this thing keeps kicking me out. I don't know what that's all about. But you went from being an evangelist to being a pastor. Uh-oh. Can y'all see me? What happened here? Oh, Lord. Why does it say private up there? It's doing it again, huh? Oh, I see what it did. Ain't that about a blip? Lord have mercy. Okay. Yes, thank you. Lynn said, we see you. I'm sorry, y'all. This system is driving me crazy today. So anyway, Brian went from being a traveling evangelist to all of a sudden becoming this pastor. Now he's a full-fledged pastor. Not only is he a pastor in one, thanks, Ann, not only is he a pastor in one location, but he has 3 locations. And when he originally started this church, he started this church with, if I'm not mistaken, 2 other preachers that some kind of way got pushed out. And now he became the whole pastor of the whole church. And I'll give you another scenario here as well. When he was pastoring this church and dealing with this church over there in Charlotte, that Genesee Warren girl was over there. And, you know, he was over there with Demetrius Senegal. Demetrius Senegal was supposed to be his so-called covering, right? And we all know that after a while, by and by, some kind of way, Demetrius Senegal, he ended up allegedly in Demetrius Senegal's wife's bed. And Demetrius ended up taking his behind the court. And what I find fascinating about Brian is that he's always preaching like he is like, you know, he's like the cat's meow for telling the truth, you know. And he keeps talking about, well, that's what I keep trying to teach everybody, that's what's wrong with this age. Everybody's after money, after money. Nigga, you got 3 churches. 3, not 1, 2, you got 3. And you can say this is all about people coming to Jesus and all of that. No, you're just using gimmicks, gas on God, and all of this other stuff to get people and draw people in. That's what you do, Brian. That's what you do. And I want to play this again for all of you that didn't have a chance, and maybe those of you that are just coming in. I want to make sure that I play this again so y'all can hear it. And then I'll come back again.
Because when you're that gifted, people will give you whatever you ask for. So the temptation comes to use your gift to gain. The temptation, whenever you got a gift and you got an ability, and that's why I keep trying to teach people. That's the spirit of this age. Everything is about the dollar. Everybody trying to get ahead. Everybody want money. Everybody trying to make ends meet. And the temptation is always to prostitute yourself. Easy to do that, but it takes faith to say, God, before I become a spiritual whore, I'll sit here and wait on you. Before I sell my soul to the devil, I'll wait on you and see you do what you say you're going to do. Takes that to trust him and to take him at his word. Tells your neighbor again, get out the way.
Okay, now are you a spiritual whore when you sleep with another man's wife? Are you a spiritual whore when you do it over and over and over again? Are you a spiritual whore when you're afraid to make a commitment? Are you a spiritual whore? I'm just asking questions. Yeah, it's very interesting. And boy, does he not do it. I'm just saying. It makes no sense to me. Absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Okay? He has a history, and people need to understand. And the only reason why he's preaching like this and he's doing this stuff now is because he's able to do it from a pastor position now. because now he's a pastor. Okay. Now let's deal with this. If y'all are unfamiliar with these two gentlemen have gained witness to Brian Carn's whoredom, right? Pierre Whitlock or Whitlow, you see at the top of your screen here, and beneath him is Bishop Demetrius Senegal. I call him Senegal, because he always whine. That might be why your wife gone and slept with Brian anyway. But anyway, always whining. I can't stand bitches. Senegal, he just whine. Now, these are two men who pretty much surrendered their wives' soft, fertile ground to Brian Carn. And it wasn't when he was, not pastoring or wasn't supposedly a prophet. It's when the man claimed that he was a prophet of God. Both of these men surrendered their wives to this guy. And it just makes no sense to me that people don't understand and see Brian Carn for who he is and what he is. And I'm sorry, there has to be a line in the sand at some point that people are willing to draw to just say, you know what? We're just not going to take this mess from this guy anymore. We're just not going to take it. We're just not going to take it. Somebody's got to say something. I'm just saying. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth. And Demetrius Senegal, I believe it was last year, he sued Brian Carn, took him to court in North Carolina. He sued him and took him to court. And I think they was under some sort of court thing for alienation of affection. I believe that's what it was, because his wife and him ended up, I guess they got a divorce and she went her way. And I got a text message from her somewhere. I done lost it. I meant to pull it up for you guys on today. But, trust me, Brian Carn has a history. Yeah, he sued his butt. But here he is preaching, talking about before you put yourself out as a spiritual prostitute and all of this foolishness. I'm like, dude, who's a bigger prostitute than Brian Carn? Who's a bigger prostitute than Brian Carn? But these are the two men. I want it on record. Pierre Whitlow, I believe it's either Pierre Whitlow or Whitlock, and Demetrius Senegal. We know for sure that these two men, their wives were surrendered at the feet of Brian Carn. We know that for a fact. And that just needs to be talked about. I'm just saying. And all of these so-called prophets and all these people who claim that they love the Lord and they doing all of this mess. And that these two men right here are true evidence that Brian Carn got some issues. Period, point blank. And I had to talk about it today because when I saw that little message, I said, he got a whole nerve. He got a whole nerve to be talking about somebody like that. He really does. He really does. Who is this? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, he got a whole nerve. So all I'm saying is if you're going to have one church in 3 locations, you can't be coming out talking about, oh, people is just after money. No, you after money. You after money. This whole Subway franchise, Chick-fil-A mentality church that y'all have, you got to think about it all totally different. Totally different. Totally different. And I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel about that. All right. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little bit tired because I did all of that extra work that I really wasn't supposed to be doing today. But I did it anyway, trying to clean out this darn closet and all this stuff I had. Now, before I get into this story here, let me just say this. Let me say this. At some point, y'all gonna listen to me. And y'all gonna understand that you need to hide your wife and hide your kids. Hey, Kimby, good evening to you. Please like and share the video. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button on this video because I screwed up this video royally. I screwed it up royally. I got nervous because I thought I saw the thing said private in the back office, so I thought the stream was private. But that was my private chat. So I got all screwed up because I really am tired. If I tell y'all the truth, I'm tired. And I cooked dinner and I did everything. So I'm tired. Cleaning out closets. I'm tired. I'm really tired. But the guy that you see on your screen now is Pastor Morris. And he actually has just resigned his church. The name of the church was, let me see if I can pull it up here, Gateway Church. His name is Robert Morris, and it's Gateway Church out of Dallas, Texas. Okay. Now, when I first saw this guy years ago, to tell you guys the truth, his face just creeped me out. I don't know about anybody else, but this man has the most unusual face. It's the most unusual face I think I've ever seen. And when I first saw his face, I said, something right with that dude. And I'll be honest, he's on those prosperity people. So I never really paid him that much attention. But when I saw his face, something about his face just said, Well, apparently, you all, he's 54 years old. And this particular guy has had sexual contact not when he was 55. It was much when he was younger, in like the 80s. It was like 35 years ago, but he still was a grown man. He actually had sex or had some kind of situation with a minor. The girl was 12 years old. She came out and she actually vlogged about it, and that's what sort of blew this story up. Now, this guy, if you don't know, is also one of President Donald Trump's advisors. Now, hold on to your hats here. Hold on to your hats. Okay. What's wrong with these people that's always advising the president of the United States or friends with him? Jeffrey Epstein hung himself. He had that weird island going on, and he was friends with him, right? Now this guy, friends with him. Well, former president, you're correct. Former president. You know what I'm saying? So these people are weird. And I don't know if it's me or is it just, but it seems like the Republican Party has a problem with sex. And the Democrats do too. I ain't gonna lie, because what's his name? Anthony Weiner was showing his wiener all over the place. So, I don't know what it is about politicians and preachers, but it seems like politicians and preachers have a real bad case of keeping their penises in their pants. But this particular guy has actually stepped down from his church. So his entire church, he stepped down from the church. Absolutely stepped down. But the guy's face is weird. And his name is Robert Morris. And this is what he said it was. This is what he said to a 12-year-old girl. He said this is what he was doing. And I quote, USA Today is reporting this. This is what was in USA Today. He said it was kissing and petting, but not in intercourse. But it was wrong. He said in a statement that he gave to his church on a Sunday morning, he said, this behavior happened on several occasions over the next few years. Since that time, I have walked in purity and accountability in this area. He actually said this about a 12-year-old girl. And he said it as if what he did was okay, because he went past it and he walked in purity and he was walking upright. and I know the lawyers and the church, or the church is lawyered up. Yeah. They done lawyered up, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it could definitely lead to lawsuits. I sense, I don't understand why he's not in jail right now. Wow. It said, but did you guys see the information about one of the other church pastors and his criminal past at the same church? No, we haven't. So you might want to share that information. Right. But that's what happened with this particular idiot. So this particular idiot, 12-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl. I'm just saying. So people just don't question me when I tell you guys about this kind of stuff, because I'm telling you, this stuff runs rampant in that institutional, in that institutional church. I tell you, it does. It really, really does. And people have to be willing to admit it, that it really does run rampant. And I'm so darn tired. I guess I shouldn't have tried to clean up too and do all that other stuff while I had a show to do. I might have had a lot more energy for you guys. What else do I got here over here for you guys? Give me a second. Well, you know what? Let me just do this so I can take a breather here because I know I've been talking. I'm going to open up these phone lines in case any of y'all want to ask me a question to sound off about any of these stories that I've covered so far. And we can test out our phone line, make sure our phone line is working properly. Let me log into the system here. Y'all give me a second while I do that. Okay. What are we doing? All right, I'm gonna set it up, guys. Y'all be patient. Give me 1 second because I have a whole new system and we're gonna test it out here. So let's see how it works and if we can hear each other. Let me see. Let's see here. Let me see here. Okay, wait. Uh-oh. I don't hear nothing. All right, hold on. It's going to take some testing.
You did not enter a number. Goodbye.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you for calling College Institute.
All right. I'm going to set it up right now. Okay. Let me see. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? All righty. I'm going to put the phone number up. I hope y'all can still hear me because I don't know if you can or you can't. Let me put the number up. All right, guys. Can y'all still hear me? Somebody put a 1 in the chat if y'all can still hear me because I don't know if y'all can or can't. Okay, everybody say they can. I'm seeing some yeses. Yes, we can hear you. Okay. All right. The call-in numbers on the screen, guys, if you want to call in and sound off. All right. Good. So y'all, somebody call the number. Nobody told me about this show tonight. Dewan, whatever. All right. The line is open. 347-429-7221. You can sound off about Brian Karn. We've already covered Lamar Whitehead and Justin Timberlake. So we covered those 3 stories so far. The number is on your screen. Don't all be scared. And if the line is busy when you call in, please make sure that you call back because we don't have the screener right now, but the call is going to be available. So dial the number, call in 347-429-7221. Well, Dewan, I mean, we could talk about him. You're welcome to call in and talk about him if you want. I think I covered that story earlier in the week, so you're definitely we're fully aware. We can definitely talk about it. I hear his son did a sermon about his father for Father's Day, but I wasn't able to watch it. I didn't pay it any attention as of yet. Dewan is a mess. Yeah, thank you guys. Everybody can still hear me. All right, well, the number's on your screen. 347-429-7221. Don't y'all be scared. All right, and so while we're waiting on our callers to get enough gumption to call in here, Because we're just waiting on them now. Okay. So this is Robert Morris, and you guys definitely want to make sure that you're hiding your kids, hiding your wife. I don't tell y'all a million times to make sure that y'all, are protecting your family. And if you guys are leaving your children with pastors, leaders, elders, children's church, you guys want to make sure that you are making sure that those people have had background checks. That's huge as far as I'm concerned. You guys need to make sure. And even though some of them are going to pass, some of them, but you need to be, talking to your kids, and, making sure that your children understand what the deal is. All right. I don't see any callers in the queue. I'm about to move on. All right, let's go on. What we are going to talk about now. Now, I got a little bit excited about this next story. Which one is this? Is this Robert? Yeah, that's Robert Morris. All right. Now, this next story I'm going to cover. Now, you guys have heard all of this all over the internet over the last couple of days, right? Now, I have been trying to tell people. Let me see if I can move this around. Let me move this over here. All right. I've been trying to tell people that when you host a show, a digital program, let me see. Hold on. Dewan say he just called. I don't see you here, sir. You're not on here. 347-429-7221. Yeah, I don't see you. Let me see. I got the number. Call status. Yeah, I got the darn right number. Mina says she called too. Hold on. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Let me go back. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. Wait. Wait. Okay. I dialed in. I done turned the darn thing up. Well, it's supposed to, okay, wait. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't come up. Okay, it's save and continue. Okay, now I got a call in the queue, finally. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Caller ending in 5550. You're live with the Mad Church podcast.
I understand that a pastor situation that I've been in. Oh, let me stop. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How you doing?
I can't complain. That guy is really sick. And I don't know how he's not in handcuffs. I don't know how he's not in federal custody, because that's a 12-year-old child.
Right. Absolutely. And that's what I didn't understand. Like, I honestly thought he should have already been in handcuffs. Like, how he's not in handcuffs, I don't know.
Yeah, he just gets to walk away. Oh, yeah, I did it. Okay, but that's a felony.
Yeah.
How is he not in custody?
And
how is he not been arrested?
And he says, and the funny thing about it that he says it wasn't anything sexual. It was just kissing and heavy petting and all of this kind of stuff with a 12-year-old
That's sexual
girl.
assault.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's sexual assault.
Absolutely. I agree 1,000%.
He admitted to touching a child. They give you 10 years mandatory for having child porn in your possession, not touching anybody. How is that possible?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. That's
Let me cut this TV. I don't want to give him bad feedback. Hold on.
And I don't know why the phone number is just ringing, Dewan. You might be dialing the wrong number. Somebody else.
Dewan must be. He must be dialing them 800 number.
Right.
Don't want to admit it.
Right. And look, and I got another call in the queue, so I know you there. So whoever that is, y'all are seemingly being able to get through. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, he should be in jail, in my opinion.
Under the jail.
Yeah.
They should have gave him the long ride to jail.
Yeah, and he just, to me, and not to just talk about, concentrate on the face so much, but this dude has the weirdest looking face I've ever seen. Like on a human being.
Man, that doesn't look. He like he molested books, let alone people.
And honestly,
he just looks creepy.
Yeah, he does. That's the thing. He really does look creepy. I'm like, if anybody looks like the Marshmallow Man.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, you hit it just right. Cause look at that. Every person I know, the cleft chin like that, they always been creepy.
Yeah, he looks like the Marshmallow Man. He totally looks like the Marshmallow Man. And I'm just like, okay, this dude is really creepy. Yeah. And yours truly says the number works. Yes, it does work. Yours truly. I know it works because Daryl's on it and I've been testing it all darn day. That's all. Day. Yeah, we've been testing it, so it works. We know it works. Yeah, but that's a trip.
Well, I'm gonna fall back in because I don't want to monopolize your time, bro. I'm glad you're back on doing your thing, brother.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead and let you go. I'm gonna queue up the next call. Let's get the next caller in queue. Let's get our caller ending in 6180. You're live on the Mad Church Disease podcast.
This is Bishop Maybach calling you, sir.
Now, Bishop,
and I had to call.
I want you to be make sure you're at my enthronement service because they're making me the intergalactic bishop. So I need for you to make sure that you're going to be present. And I was told that you would be present at my enthronement service. So make sure you're present.
Well, I can do that, but right now there's a disturbance in the galactic spiritual realm right now. This Tony Evans got my bishop robe all out of order because I'm trying to figure out how you sin, but it ain't a sin, and we ain't telling you it's a sin, but it's a sin, and I'm stepping down for a sin that we don't know it's a sin.
Well, Bishop,
now, can you help me understand that?
I can, Bishop, because he said it was a sin, but it was a sin in the past, and he said it was not a criminal. It was not a criminal situation, but he admitted that he did commit a sin. He said he sinned. He said that he stepped down, Bishop, but it was not a criminal act. That's what he said, Bishop.
So how are we supposed to wrestle with that? Because I read his son today on yahoo.com. You can go look at it. He didn't even tell his family about the sin. They don't even know what the sin. They surprised too. Everybody trying to figure out what the sin is, why you sin, why we not talking about it, and now his son just gotta go preach. None of this sounds biblically, theoretically accurate. Can you explain to me the protocol of sin?
The protocol of sin? No, I can't explain to you the protocol of sin. I could just simply say, we seem to be quite experts at it, so that nobody needs to understand the protocol of sin because we're sinners.
So what you telling me is, if you're a bishop and a pastor, if you get caught up in sin, you just exit stage left. You don't gotta say nothing about it. You just step aside and let the move of God happen. That's the right order and protocol.
Well, he said he was going to come back to church and worship like everyone else, and he was going to get with the elders, Bishop, and the elders were going to counsel him and bring him back over into a right place. And he would just be worshiping in the congregation like everyone else until, the elders felt it was appropriate for him to come back. Now, see, here's the thing, too. And I was telling this to somebody else the other day. And Bishop, you know this. The Bible says that we are to tell our faults one to another, but to tell our sins to God. Now, Bishop, The sin part, the sins, that belongs to be told to God. Now, the faults you could tell one to another. Would you agree with that, Bishop?
But see that you didn't open up a whole box right now, because some things we think is faults are sins, and some things we think is sins is faults, and that gives people like my good friend Jamal Bryant the purview to kind of be nuanced. Some of us in the body of Christ are nuanced. We got sins and faults, and we just know how to just manipulate through them. We nuance them. So, that's the strange times we in now.
Yeah. Well, I think whatever his sin was, he decided to tell it to God. And he'll just tell the fault to the congregation. And the fault he felt was that he should have told us about the sin a long time ago, that he had committed this sin. But as far as he's concerned, Bishop, he doesn't owe anyone an explanation for the sin. He'll just let you understand the fault.
Yeah. Well, it's my last comment because I'm really enjoying the show. I'm glad you back. I'm back. In 2020, I had to shut down the church because of COVID. People weren't coming to the church. Folks were scared. Old ladies was coughing loud, and folks, and I didn't want to get sued because somebody got COVID at my church, try to sue me, and we ended up losing the church. We had to go get a PPP loan, a couple of bucks to hold us over. So now we back. So my last comment is going to be this, I think it's important for us to have elders to be able to differentiate between sins and faults, because there's some kind of sins that you don't want that person to step back into the pulpit with. Would you not agree? There's some things that some pastors are doing that they have done that we don't want you back. You can't come back from that. You just gonna have to go off to the side like Moses.
Yeah.
When Moses messed up, he couldn't come back. He had to just go off to the side.
I agree with you, Bishop, on that. I think some of these preachers need to go off to the side. And I definitely believe Brian Carn should have been kicked to the side and kicked to the curb a whole long time ago. But for some odd reason, we're unwilling to say what it is and to, call a spade when it comes to certain people in the church world and, so forth. I don't know. And this Robert Morris fella, he just seems like somebody who most certainly, kissing a 12-year-old girl and heavy petting, whatever that means. Where are you petting her? She's not a puppy. You're not rubbing her head. You understand what I'm saying? A 12-year-old girl? I'm just saying. So if we're going to...
See, that's what I'm talking about. They find a way to make nuance. They nuance their sins and faults. And now we got unjust weights and measures, and we don't know what's what.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you. I don't want these people back. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't want them back. I think a lot of them just need to go their separate ways and let the Lord hit them. Let the door hit them where the Lord split them and just be done with them. I don't think we need to have these people back. Not Mr. Marshmallow Man. Mr. Marshmallow Man is somewhere, I think, sitting around playgrounds watching children play, and that causes me a great disturbance that these people can just walk away. Now, y'all got to keep in mind, this guy is friends with the former president of the United States, and so how he's willy-nilly with pardons. He's saying that the people of January 6th were not rioters, that they were that, what did he call them? He said that they were hostages. I mean, this guy, I don't understand it. In our world today, man, up is down, down is up. It's weird. And so that's what we got to live with right now. I'm just saying.
Well, I appreciate you're breaking this stuff down. I'm going to go back into the audience. I got me a hat that William McCray sent me. I'm about to go, put my hat on. We both going to have these big hats. And we're going to be enjoying what you're saying. And we appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you
I'm going to give you exaltation, too. We're going to work on that exaltation service, and we're going to get you a hat, too. You're going to get a big hat, too.
Okay,
so
well,
praise the Lord.
Hey, just make sure my hat don't come with syphilis or gonorrhea. You never... You never know where them hats been. That's all I'm saying. All right, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Listen, we got another story I want to tell you guys about. Now this story the other day, I was, surfing around the internet. This was last week around Friday or so, or might have been Saturday morning, and I ran across a story. And this story was hot. When I say the internet was just buzzing about this story. And I just so happened, I said, well, man, what are they talking about with this story? Well, most of you know that there is a program on the internet called TGI Friday, right? And it's hosted by Al Reynolds and another vlogger. Oh God, and I'm drawing a blank now. Why am I drawing a blank on my own darn program? Armand Wiggins, and somebody help me. Oh, Claudia Jordan. There we go. Lord have mercy. This is what older age gets you. I tell you, you just had these little senior moments. Claudia Jordan at the top, by the way. Al Reynolds in the middle. Al Reynolds is an investment banker, and then you have Armand Wiggins, who is a vlogger. I wanted to talk about this story because I want to elevate the conversation in this for this story. Okay. Now, and I'm going to talk about a couple of things here. And so I need you guys to kind of stay with me, and I'm going to play some clips for you, but I want to clue you in. The way that I found out about this story is I got a notification on my YouTube from Tasha K. And I said, I'm not 32. I wish I was 32. I wish I was 32. I'm just saying, I'm not 32. I'm not even 42. I ain't even 45. I ain't even 47. And I'm gonna stop right there. But anyway, okay, leave that alone. But anyway, so I went over, and Tasha K showing these screenshots from Claudia and how her and Claudia had dinner, and they had talked about the fact that Claudia doesn't really like Al all that much. And let me just tell you guys, before this show, because somebody had to remind me, TGIF used to be a panel of women. There was Vivica Fox, there was Claudia, there was Selena, there was Lisa Ray, there was a whole bunch of other, women on this show, right? And some kind of way that show sort of morphed into this TGI program that we have today. Now they've gone through a couple of hosts. Now somebody in the chat needs to tell me who was the host with these guys before Funky Dineva. I have a friend who loves Funky Dineva. She just loves him. And Brenda, if you come by and you watch this replay, I'm talking about you. But my friend Brenda loves Funky Dineva. So she always used to be like, Marcellus, you need to go take a look. He's a pretty smart guy. Forget about, the other stuff, and, just go ahead. So there was somebody named Gary with the T. He was on this show, this TGI Friday show. Okay. All right. And I think that's that dude from the DeBrat show with DeBrat and them. I don't know what it's called. What the darn name? Dish Nation or something like that. That's what it is. Yes, Patsy. And he was married to Star Jones. Yes, he was. All right. So what happened Friday is, Tasha K puts out these text messages. And when Tasha K put out these text messages, all hell sort of broke loose. Now, one thing I can say about Tasha K, this Tasha K knows how to keep people, like, she know how to keep these internet streets hot. Now, if you guys, y'all may not like her, you may say whatever you want to say about her, but that lady can keep these internet streets buzzing. That's all I know. And when she put out all of this stuff, everything went wicky wacky. The show, they thought the show was going to be canceled. But I want to talk before I rush myself. I need to calm down and slow down, because I want to talk about these three people on this screen. Let me talk about these three people. Now, I don't know a lot about Claudia Jordan. I know that she was on one of those Real Housewives shows, which I think all those shows are garbage, and that's just me personally. Now, if you like them, that's on you. Don't get mad at me because I say all the shows is garbage. I just, I just don't see the point. Or have a bunch of black women always fighting. I just don't see the point in that. Now, Al was Star Jones's husband. And, that's kind of his notoriety. That's his claim to fame. That's how everybody came to know him. And the other young gentleman at the bottom is Armand Wiggins. Now, let me tell you something about Armand. And I have always said this about Armand Wiggins, and like him, love him, whatever. I've always liked the fact that Armand has he sort of climbed his way and and done the very best that he could to support himself and his channel, even in spite of some of the things that have happened to him in his past. I've always respected Armand for his hustle. So be that as it may, that young man is always working hard. And trust me when I tell you, doing YouTube and doing some of this social media stuff, it is a grind. And you have to work really, really, really hard. And he does work really, really hard. But here's another thing I want to say. All this dang on TGI Friday show to me is just the A-Team on Friday nights, but on a larger platform and scale. Because all they do is take hot topics and they talk about whatever's trending on social media. So they pretty much have taken a YouTube show and put it on TV. Whoop-de-doo, right? And they've gotten this Armand fellow to come on now and to co-host because the Funky Geneva fellow decided that he just wanted to go back to his YouTube channel because he was making the same amount of money. Now, apparently, they were saying that these guys only made about $250,000 or $200,000 a year from doing these shows, and they sort of upped their workload. Instead of doing a couple of days a week, they went to like a couple, like 4 or 5 days a week for the same amount of money. Now, in corporate America, we call that a lateral move because you're getting more work, but you're getting the same amount of pay. And if that's like the worst thing that you don't want in corporate America is a lateral move. You get more responsibility, but you're not getting the money that you need to be getting in any case. Okay. And I'm just saying, it is what it is. Okay. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about having co-hosts and so forth. But what had happened, so Armand and Claudia, for Al's birthday, decided that they were going to give Al a roast. Now, let me just tell you something, like the VH1 roast. And let me tell y'all something. There is a difference between roasting somebody and skewering the hell out of them. And what they did to Al Reynolds, they had barbecue Al Reynolds on that day, and this was supposed to be for his birthday. Now, what I find very interesting as well, you guys, Armand hasn't been on this show very long, so he don't really know Al like that. So I'm like, where did he get all of this information? You don't believe me? Take a look.
Your birthday. Now, everyone, I wrote it down. Gather round. It's roast time, okay? Today we're celebrating our very own Al Reynolds' birthday. Al, you're a man of many talents, some of which include being messy, causing drama, and having a knack for making our workplace feel like a reality TV show. Al's got a unique ability to smile in your face, snap a picture, and go behind your back and talk about you to your coworker that he claims he hates. It's like he's got a PhD in two-faced study, okay? Due to Al's special relationship with management and his hypersensitivity, we are not allowed to talk about his failed marriage. So even though he's brought it up many times, I'll steer clear of that topic to keep my job. Now, but wait, there's more. Al fancies himself as the facts guy, but somehow he never seems to get the actual facts right. He's also a talk show host who's supposed to have all the strong opinion, but the guy can't form a thought without his notes. Seriously. I've seen grocery store lists with more spontaneous insight. And let's not forget his legendary struggle with names and words. Al, it's successful, not successful. It's like watching a toddler trying to pronounce spaghetti. Oh, and how could I forget Al's clout chasing antics? He's got all these celebrities friends, but the best part, none of these celebrities actually know they're supposed to be friends with him. And as if that wasn't enough, Al is currently on a mission to get our talk show canceled. His nasty, childish, slightly jealous attitude is working overtime to torpedo our show. It's like he's auditioning for a soap opera villain role. But despite all the chaos, let's not forget it's your birthday, Al. Okay? So here's to you. May your future be as drama-free as your past has been drama-filled. Happy birthday, Al.
That was ratchet, and I enjoyed every second of it. Thank you, Armand. Thank you. Baby, the shade and all of that is real. And if that's what you got to use to get it, use it.
Hey, I got it. Listen, I'm auditioning for Netflix.
If that's what you got to do to use it.
All right. I know. And look at Minister Timberlake. Look at his face. Exactly. His face told the tale. I don't care what nobody say. His face told the tale. And I don't care what you say. His face told the tale. And it is in plain sight. And I'm gonna leave this number up for you guys too, just so you know. Hold on, where am I at? Here we go. What are we doing? Oh, okay, wait, comments. Let me go back to my comments. Hide on the screen. Oh Lord, what? I tell you, this system. There we go. That's the call-in number, guys. So if you want to sound off on this story as well. So you see Al's face. Al is like dumbfounded. Al is just standing there. He's like taking them licks and he's taking it on the chin. So what ends up happening is on Friday night, Funky Dineva goes live, and Funky Dineva's doing his show, and lo and behold, Al calls into the show.
Standing my truth. I just feel like there's so many moving factors around this. There's
right, because look, have your opinion.
Oh, now wait. Now before the show, hold on, because I got to get this story. I got to set this story up. Lunel, the comedian, is on this show. Okay, Lunel starts talking to him. They're having a show about a part of the show was about whether if a person is transgender, should the person reveal to you that they're transgender before you get involved with them or whatever. And so Lunel is going in on Al about Star Jones. So check this, and this is the setup for this.
Standing my truth. I just feel like there's so many moving factors around this. There's
right, because look, have your opinion.
Right.
I have mine. No, but look, Al was married to Star.
That's true, but never told.
Talking about how gay he is on this show. Did you come out and expose yourself to Star when you first got married?
Oh my goodness. I have never been not truthful with anybody that I've been.
Oh, so Star knew she married a gay man.
I've talked about this on this platform before. Oh. I have always been very honest with all of my partners about my sexuality. When I date all of them. At the time that I date them, I've been very honest and open about my sexuality.
She don't need, this Al calling me right here. This Al right here. Hey.
Listen.
Hold on before you talk.
No,
hold on, I'm live.
You need to hear this on live.
Hold on, people can hear you.
I don't give a fuck. When I tell you go back and watch TGIF tonight, go back and watch TGIF tonight.
What happened?
Go back and watch TGIF tonight, and you tell me if I don't have a reason. Ooh, you filming me?
I told you was live.
Oh, my bad. Go back. Hey, friend, go back and watch TGIF tonight and call me back.
All right, bye.
All right, now, here's the thing. Lunel was hilarious, and as far as I'm concerned. Lunel's like, hey, did you tell Star? And I loved Al's answer. Al's like, yeah, well, I've always been honest, right? And so then he gets pissed off. I mean, you could tell he's mad. Now, that was the start of it, right? And so he called in to Funky Dineva's program. But the reason why I wanted to bring this up to you guys was for a bigger, broader view of this. You have three talented people on a platform who are trying to mesh their skills and mesh their abilities together. Now, the A team was 4 people, and we worked really hard. And let me just say this: when you are new to vlogging and you are not really well versed at vlogging, I just so happen to be very tired today. And you're brand new and someone else has experience with, sort of navigating a show. Because let me tell you something, if you don't have someone who sits at the head of the show, that's why Whoopi Goldberg is sitting in the seat that she's sitting in, because somebody's got to orchestrate the conversation. Somebody has to make the fluidity of the show work, because if you don't make the fluidity of the show work, people get bored. People don't want to, pay attention to it or whatever. But you also have to learn how to feed off of one another and take the alley-oops and the lobs that you throw each other to make sure that the show keeps moving, right? Now, that Roxanne, Daryl, myself, and let me see your transcripts, were the A team. And when I saw this story, the thing that made me think primarily about this story was the fact that you got three people who are trying to get to know each other and to work together, but it's also imploding at the same time because so many people are self-sabotagers. You have a good thing. You all are making good money over there for practically doing the exact same thing that everybody else over here is doing. And shout out to the 115 of you that are watching me live. Do me a favor and like this show. Like the video, you guys. Like the video. Like the video. Okay. Make sure that you like this video. Do that for me. And the call-in number is on your screen right now. Okay. You got three people who are trying to learn how to do a show together, and doing a show together is not easy. You've got to learn how to gel with one another, and it gets really, really difficult learning how to do that. And some people will tend to make things personal. They'll get into their feelings about things, and they'll say things that you'll be surprised by. I'll just put it to you that way. And sometimes it'll catch you off guard. And so, you most certainly have to understand that when you're going to work in social media, you definitely want to make sure that you guys are learning each other. And I just feel like on this level, this was some bull. Okay. What they did to Al was some bull. And it put him in a quandary of a situation, because now this intelligent, articulate individual has now got to fight his way out of this situation. Now they're always blaming Al, saying Al is going to upper management behind everybody's back. And if that's the case, well, maybe upper management has a better relationship with him than he has had with some of the other hosts. Now, let me just be very clear, and to my LGBTQIA viewers and watchers, because I know you all are out there. I meet you everywhere. Let me tell you something. The two men on the bottom are LGBTQIA. The lady at the top is a heterosexual lady. What I have noticed, now y'all help me out if I'm wrong. And don't shoot the messenger. I'm just making a statement. What I have noticed is every time they have somebody from the LGBTQIA LMNOP group, it never works out. It never works out. They fight, they cat fight, they work, it just never works out. These people argue, fuss, and fight to the point to where they all lose their jobs. and Claudia and everybody is saying, oh, they are on a hiatus. So they're on a 2-week hiatus, and they're going to bring they're going to come back. But is it just me, or does it not seem like every time you get these individuals involved in a situation where they have to be professional and they can't throw shade at one another and they have to just do their jobs, it always ends up blowing up in everybody's face? I don't know. Maybe y'all can help me. The call-in number's on your screen, 347-429-7221. Don't be bashful. Call in. You can let me know your thoughts on this particular situation as well. I'm just here to tell you, somebody needed to put something in check here. But I also believe that Claudia doesn't like Al because of those private text messages that she saw at some time, right? And it kind of changed the nature of their relationship. Because if you think a person likes you and you come to find out that the person don't really like you, but they've been hanging around you every 5 minutes, it kind of makes it for an awkward situation, if you ask me, right? Like, why hang around a person that you don't genuinely care about? It's just an odd situation. Like, and so with Claudia is, she seems to be the chairperson who's navigating the TV show, and the other two guys are the co-stars. So it's kind of like Rory and Maul with Joe Budden. You remember Joe Budden? If those of you know anything about Joe Budden, Roy, Joe thought of himself as, the top of the heap, and the other two guys were just sidekicks, and he felt like he didn't have to pay them. Well, yeah, they just roasted the hell out of Al, Cindy, and they did a roast of him. Now, and you can tell, and you have to go back and watch it because I did play it for you guys. But the thing is, I mean, it's one thing to roast a person, but it's another thing to skewer a person. They skewered him. I mean, they really stuck it to him. That's all I'm saying. And that's a whole nother situation as far as I'm concerned. And I'm looking forward to hearing you guys' thoughts on this particular situation. I really am. Well, the ratings could be low. And I do think that this is a part to help them out with the ratings as well, because they've had the whole internet talking thanks to Tasha K. They should give Tasha K the props for it, because the Fox Soul people didn't even really put out all the information to keep the streets hot. It was Tasha K who did that. I'm just saying. It was Tasha K. That was all Tasha K. So you either gonna big up Tasha K or you're not. But it's true. She did what she had to do. Tasha's keeping them streets hot. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's the story with these guys. And I just wanted you guys, I wanted to make sure that you guys understood. Listen, I've been on several panel shows. And now the Church Folk Revolution, believe it or not, we are all friends. We are still friends. We love each other to death. We talk to each other behind the scenes. We're still friends. But the A team, we came together as the A team. We worked together and we were professional. And I said that we weren't going to get out in these YouTube streets and be cussing and fussing each other out. And for the most part, we've done that, and I'm very appreciative of that. Yeah. So yeah, and that's just the way that it is. All right, guys. Well, I just want to thank you guys for joining me. This live, I didn't really do very well on this particular live. First of all, because I'm tired. Number two, if I be totally honest with y'all, I'm super tired. But secondly, the stream messed up our whole situation, because we would have had a lot more people on this live if it wouldn't have messed up my situation. Some of the people who set their notifications, they're never going to get them, because I had to delete the other live and restart the whole darn thing. But hopefully they'll watch the replay. Just like the video, guys. I would really appreciate it. Make sure you share it. Anybody have any questions for me? Somebody, you got the call-in number, 347-429-7221. Yeah, you guys can call in. Hey, yours truly. I'm so tired. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't even fronting. I'm tired. This is one of these shows where I was ready for y'all and I was gonna be in rare form, but I'm so tired and my back is hurting. And I'm just like, oh man, I ran out of gusto. I'm so tired. And if you guys want to bless the show tonight, please do so, because I had to run out, and I did get the other part for the live. I know. I did go out and get the other part for the show, though. I did. That's how we were able to take these live calls. That actually worked out really well. So make sure if you love the show, you guys, Cash App, support the show by Cash App, or please get you a membership over at the Buy Me a Coffee. Please do so. It's over there waiting on you guys. So go ahead and do that. And so maybe next time I'll open up the phone call a little bit later. All right. And I'll do that later. All right, guys. I don't see anybody on the line here. Let me see here. But I really do appreciate everybody. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to let everybody know. That's all. That's it. That's it. It makes it really, really easy. So it's just my first and last name, guys. Please support the show. I really, really appreciate it. You guys will help me, continue to make great shows. I have so many shows that I want to do for you guys. I've got a couple of videos that are going to be coming and dropping next week. So you guys make sure. Hey, Marie, good to see you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so tired, but I really am. I ain't even going to lie. All right. I appreciate y'all. Oh, wait, I got a caller in the queue. Hold on. Let's see. Caller ending in 7294. You're live on the Mad Church Disease podcast.
Hi, Marcellus.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Trying to give you some energy there. I know how you feel, believe me. I just wanted to tell everybody, if there are new listeners or not, I have been following you back all the way back to CFR years. You and TJ and all of you guys did some great work back then, and I'm so glad to see you back and now partnering up, of course, with Daryl. So just keep up the good work.
I appreciate that. You know what? Your voice sounds really familiar. I think you and I had a conversation before I went offline about a certain. Was that you with the radio station stuff? That was you, right?
That was me. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to
That
call.
was me. Yeah.
Yeah. You need to call me again. I want to talk to you some more about that. And I think you have my number, right?
Is it the same number from way back?
Yeah, it's the same number. My number hasn't changed because I want to put this.
Okay.
I want to put everything on the radio, and I need to get the. I want to do the. I'm going to put everything on the on all the other Apple and Spotify and all that other stuff. So I'm going to put the podcast over there as well. So we're going to, I'm going to expand everything and just put everything over there. I haven't done it yet, but that was the plan. But I definitely want to talk to you about the other stuff that we had in the works too. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a call. I just wanted to say this really fast. This is in regard to Robert Morris and his gang. You know what's really bothering me? I kind of stay in the bushes and I look at a lot of other shows and such. This is what really bugs me. I'm noticing a very disturbing thing. Maybe you can correct me on this, but it just seems like, why are there so many people who say they're Christians and they are so quick to run and zoom in on the forgiveness? Well, we got to forgive the perv. We got to forgive. What about the person, the child, especially the victim? Can we go and minister and first aid and lecture or whatever to them? They're so quick to want to run to forgive this leader person. I am so angry with Christian people who do that. Is that just me looking at it wrong, or what say you on that, Marcella?
No, I'll be honest with you. What I have noticed, there's a couple of things, and I didn't really see it as much during the CFR years, but I've seen it now more and more. We used to talk about this, but now I really see it. And what I mean is the victim shaming from Christians. When leaders fall and when people do this stuff, Christians immediately start shaming the victim. It becomes the victim's fault. And how are you a victim? You participated, and you just listen to them make these sort of statements, and you're just like, wow, where in the world did that come from, right? And so you're sort of taken aback because I personally believe in that. Now, this is just me. I think that anytime a pastor, a priest, leader, anyone, if you're in the position of power, you are the person who is perpetrating whatever. It could be your boss on your job. If your boss is above you, even if he's beneath you, but especially if he's above you and he starts sexually harassing you, he's in the authoritative position, right? A 12-year-old girl is not in a position to an authority to kind of buck up against a grown-up, because most children are going to do whatever grown-ups tell them to do, right? Even if it's wrong, in a lot of cases, they're going to still do it. It is the most disgusting thing to me to watch people victim shame victims, and church people are so masterful at it because they masquerade it as, we're just supposed to forgive and we're supposed to love everybody. And then when I come on the scene and say to hell with all of that, and then you need to be held accountable, then everybody's like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. No, you need to hold these people accountable. And Marshmallow Face here has got to be held accountable for what he's done. And I'm telling you guys, seriously, the girl was 12 years old. And at this point, how can you prove, I don't know if there was anything sexual. He said it wasn't. I don't know what the young lady has said, because from what I understand, this broke open because she wrote an article on a blog. So she's grown now, and she wrote about what actually happened to her. So, it's an interesting situation. And so I don't like the victim shaming, but these church folks have become masterful at victim shaming. And I get in more trouble trying to teach people what an actual victim is And I can't believe you have to tell this to grown-ups too. That's the other thing that gets me. You are grown. You know what a victim is.
I can't either. I have a relative who, this was back so maybe 15 or so years ago. And so this particular bishop was accused of some foulness, like this man, except that his victims were as young as 7 years old. Okay. It was two sisters, actually, two little girls. And then when they became 18, 19, 20, like that, then they went back and filed, the whole routine, the whole legal thing. My relative said, I cannot get over this. My relative says, I feel so sorry for the bishop's wife.
Mm.
What about the little girls? You don't feel any sympathy for them when they were little girls? You feel sorry for his wife. Okay.
Yeah, but that just goes to show you the psychosis of, this whole church culture. And when you're not able to articulately speak about the church culture, because I hear a lot of vloggers talking, but they can't really speak to the culture and the nature of church when it comes to dealing with these types of subjects. And that's one of the reasons why I've always been, I'm consistent in speaking about this. And I'm very passionate about it, but I'm not so, crazy about this stuff anymore. I can just talk about it from a different place and position. Because first of all, I ain't mad, I ain't angry. And to kind of tell you the truth, I'm quite sick of all of these people, but I still do it because I know that somebody needs to hear that you're not crazy. Somebody's got to come by a program like this and hear the stuff that you're feeling spiritually, that you're hearing. You're not crazy. This isn't normal. This isn't right. Somebody has got to speak up to say, hey, now, and then for all of the people that are out there, that just say, oh, this is a Christian thing. No, y'all do this in all religions, Muslims, Catholics, you do this everywhere. Y'all are doing this everywhere. So don't just pretend like this is just, something just for Christians. No, all of you all are doing it. But this just happens to be a show that focuses on, these pastors and leaders here on this particular instance. But trust me, all of you all are doing it. You're using your positions of power to perpetrate these atrocities.
Oh, hey, look how long they did it for Diddy. Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime it's a person that's the crowd fan favorite, they hold up for wrong. And I think because people like you and I grew up in the Black church, we've been sick of it. But it just, as you all know, it just wasn't kosher to come out and complain about it. Who were going to complain to?
Right. Well, I'm working on the show. And this is why all of y'all need to, and I'm going to put my Cash App again. And the reason why I'm going to do this, y'all, is because I need your support so I can spend more time doing the work that I'm trying to do. Listen, I got a show I'm working on right now. And I'm not going to give you the name because everybody steals everything on the internet. But let me just tell you this. I'm working on a show right now where I'm going to talk to you about having your own thoughts and being able to verbalize those thoughts inside of the institutional church and construct. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to literally methodically walk through and show you how you are manipulated to not use your voice to speak out and to actually stand on your own 2 feet. Now, when people come by this program, they always ask me, they say, well, why do you call it mad church disease? And I know some of you are new to me. So let me tell you why. Because, we gained like 500 subscribers in a week. I'm serious. We got 500 new people this past week. So I was like, Lord, where are all these folks coming? So here's the thing. Let me tell you why I call it mad church disease. There was something in the early 90s that they were dealing with called mad cow disease, right? And mad cow disease, Brother Lee said something on a show one day, and Brother Lee was talking about mad cow disease, and we were having this conversation about it. When cows get when they get mad cow disease, what happens to them is it starts to affect their brain, and then it goes into their neurological system to where the cows cannot stand up on their own 2 feet. And when you have mad church disease, what it does is it gets down into your brain and it causes you not to have the spiritual fortitude and testicular fortitude to be able to stand up on your own spiritual 2 feet. You are constantly being hooked to the IV of the institution, and you cannot see yourself void of that institution. And you don't understand that Jesus plus nothing equals everything. I don't just say that as a slogan. I say that to get you to understand that if you're able to have a relationship with Jesus, a personal relationship with him yourself, you can put away a lot of this other foolishness, because a lot of this other foolishness is not necessary. They've tried to make the church, this institution and Jesus, synonymous with one another. And I'm sorry to tell you that the two are diametrically opposed as far as I'm concerned. Now, that's my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion, but that is my opinion.
No, I think as I became older, and because as a teenager, I used to question so many things about the church. And my mom was just, well, you just ask too many questions. But I still had those questions. And I mean, can you bring up the fact when you start this other show, just because you accept Christ as your Savior, that doesn't mean that you check your common sense at the altar, and that's what I cannot. I mean, I know a lot of people. I know so many people who are highly educated, Ivy League educated, some of them. And when it comes to the church and things, they just seem to have no common sense.
Yeah, because everybody wants God.
Don't understand.
I get it, because everybody wants God to love them. Nobody wants God to be mad at them. And the God that we've been introduced, is always angry. He's always upset. He's got it in for his creation. He's got it in for us. He's making his list, and he's making sure he's writing down all these names. And now he's everywhere at the same time. He's all knowing, he's omniscient, but he's got to write everything down in the book and take your name down. Now, you know what I'm saying? The way that these people think about stuff, I mean, if you just reimagine some stuff and start thinking about some stuff differently, it's just like, wait a minute, some of this stuff just don't make no sense. And you just got to think, you got to think about it in a different way. But I most certainly understand where you're coming from. And I think that we need to understand that Jesus plus nothing equals everything. Now, somebody asked me a question here in the chat about something about TD Jakes and why they're still lying on TD Jakes. Well, you guys know that's mainly one vlogger that's out there that's perpetuating this TD Jakes foolishness. And because Lamar Whitehead finally went off to jail when we all knew he was going to go to jail, this vlogger thinks some kind of way that legitimizes him, when it doesn't legitimize him at all. You all have said all this stuff about TD Jakes, and everybody knows I don't defend TD Jakes, because TD Jakes is just as worse as all of them. When you can say Jesus is the product, when you can say stuff like Jesus is the product, that puts you on a whole nother level with me anyway. But at least prove what you're saying about the man. At least come out with the proof. Some of the stuff I've heard today, that they found pictures. This is what I heard, which I know isn't true. But anyway, because if that was true, they'd be out by now. Because America loves building up preachers and surely tearing them down. They'd have been and put this out. They said, somebody told me, well, they've got a picture of TD Jakes in a thong holding a peach cobbler. I'm like, well, why would he be in a thong holding a peach cobbler? What would be the point of that?
And he was on a motorcycle with it. Yeah, that part. He was.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand, how is he holding on to the motorcycle with the peach pie and the thong? That's a bit much. I just cannot.
Yeah, it's just it's nuts.
Well, anyway, Marcellus, it's so good to have you back on air.
I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, we're glad to have you here, and I look forward to this new show. And I hope at least after some of the dust is cleared, because this sounds like a lot of dust got to be cleared, maybe people can restore their minds, and hopefully this show that you're doing now and the one you're going to do will just kind of help people to clean the sleep out of their eyes and open their eyes up to some common sense teaching and understanding about what the word really says and what it really doesn't say.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. You guys are gonna have to hold on to your hats for that show, because I'm gonna upset some people, because I'm going to have to bring some clips of some people who have died and some things that those dead people have said. and the vestiges of how those people's comments are still lingering in the institution as we speak. And some of these people are really believing that, because some of these people were in such leadership positions that other pastors have taken the things that that person has said and is now duplicating it in this franchise, church model that's being done. And I'm going to hold no holds barred when it comes to that. I'm going to show you guys how most of you don't even have independent thoughts. You don't even have independent thinking. Most of the stuff that you have, you've got it from somebody else. You don't even have your own thoughts. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about it. Oh, you best believe I am. And that day I'm going to make sure I'm not tired.
How long do you think it will be before you're ready for launch?
I hope hopefully give me at least another, they're going to enthrone me as the intergalactic bishop of the internet. So once I have my enthronement service, you don't want to miss that. That's going to be hilarious. That's sort of parody, but we're going to have a good time with that. But they're going to enthrone me. And once they enthrone me into my bishopric, then probably after the enthronement service, I'm going to get into that, because I think that's going to be a show for the ages. That's CFR worthy stuff that's coming. I kid you not.
Oh yeah, remember the enthronement ceremony they did for Eddie Long? I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, and then
him
on
that. I forgot about all that craziness. But anyway, I'm going to let you go, my friend, and I will stay in touch with you.
No problem. I need to hear from you. Because I'm ready to. I got to get some plans on that other stuff, because I'm going to put all these podcasts and all this stuff on Spotify and all that. I just haven't done it yet. I'm working on it. It'll get done. All right. Talk to you soon.
It's a labor of love.
I know.
Okay, take care then.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I just let you guys in on a little secret too, by the way. I'm going to put all of these shows, we're going to turn them into podcasts. They're going to be available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you wherever you get your podcasts. The Mad Church Disease podcast is going to be there, but it's going to be in podcast form. So you'll be able to listen to it in your car or wherever you are. So it's going to be really, really, really cool. Now, I do need for everybody to hit up the Cash App. Make sure that you support the show tonight. I do need all of you guys to support. Now, what was I about to tell you guys? Because there was something she said that got me. Make sure that you guys, for the enthronement service, you guys will be coming in. I'm going to be prophesying all night. You heard me correctly. When you come in on my enthronement service, you make sure you don't come in empty-handed, because you're not supposed to come into the presence of the Lord without a gift. So make sure that you come. Wait a minute. I done tickled myself, Lynn. Wait a minute. I will be prophesying all night. Now let me tell you something. This is how the prophecies is going to work. Let me tell you how the prophecy is going to work. If you give a little amount, you're going to get a little prophecy. If you give a big amount, you're going to get a big prophecy. And so make sure that you come prepared. And then I'm going to have the word of the Lord in my mouth for you that night. And you cannot leave here without the word of the Lord from me in those prophetic messages. And Daryl and I and the whole team, they're going to be enthroning me into my intergalactic bishop, because, and by the way, Grandmaster Bishop E. Bernard Jordan will be he will be the DJ that night. And we're going to wait a minute. I done tickle myself. Wait. Even our Jordan, Grandmaster Flash Bishop, even our Jordan will be our DJ. And so we'll give you all of the details on that, because I'm gonna actually start working on my enthronement service tomorrow. So you guys need to make sure that you come in and you are prepared to get your prophecy. Yours truly. Make sure that you come prepared. AT Mac. I'm gonna give y'all a whole prophecy that night. Oh, the spirit will be high, I promise you. Oh yeah, he called himself the Grand Master. Y'all didn't see E. Bernard Jordan's thing? He called himself the Grand Master. The Grandmaster Prophet. I tell you, I done told y'all I'm waiting for them to get to intergalactic bishop. It's gonna happen one day. Y'all mark my words. Y'all gonna be like, Marcellus, you said it. I told y'all these fools is gonna be intergalactic bishops. You watch what I tell you. Because everybody's got to one up one another. So now he's Grandmaster. Just give it. It'll be in a couple of weeks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. I am tired. Can you tell? Can you tell? I really am. And I have Roxanne. This is all Roxanne's fault. I swear. I went into this closet today thinking, okay, I'm gonna clean up the closet. I'm gonna, vacuum out the closet and stuff and get all the stuff done. Let me tell you something. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Roxanne and I was doing all that darn shopping during COVID, and I got all of this stuff. It's just too much. And I'm getting rid of some stuff. I got to go through all of these clothes. And then have you ever started going through all your clothes and you'd be like, I like that shirt. I don't even wear it. It was new. It hadn't been worn that much. And now I got this stuff and I need to keep this stuff. But anyway, yeah, so I got a lot of stuff, and I am blaming Roxanne. Roxanne had me buying all kinds of stuff. I bought a robe, I bought shoes, I just bought all kinds of stuff, and it was all Roxanne's fault. Y'all know about Roxanne. She gave me that Nolo shirt, and so man, I was buying a whole bunch of stuff. Now I surely wasn't in no high heel blue suede shoes with no rhinestones on them like Dr. Dingleberry. But I just want to tell you, I don't have none of them kind of shoes, but I have some shoes, them Jordans over there. But I'm just saying. Yeah, I know, right? All the wine from Spain. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I wish. I think I am gonna go have a drink though, because I need to go to sleep. I'm so tired. I got up early this morning and I have not even had a nap. And you guys know me. I actually keep working throughout the course of the night. So, I got some other stuff to tell y'all before I let y'all go. I forgot to tell y'all. Most of you know that I teach content creators how to build YouTube channels and set YouTube channels and all that stuff, right? So what I've decided to do, I'm going to set up a class. I'm going to do like a class. And we're gonna it's gonna be it's a 1-day class, and I'm gonna talk to you about starting a YouTube channel. And on that class, I'm gonna be giving away cameras. I got some cameras. This is a Logitech camera that I'm gonna be giving away. I've got a stream cam, live streamer webcam. I'm gonna be giving that away as well. Let me tell you what else I'm gonna be giving away for that class. I'm going to be giving you guys some blue snowballs. So if you are interested in podcasting, you want to learn how to podcast, when that class becomes available, all you're going to have to do is make sure that you register for the class, and it's going to automatically enter you in to win one of these things. So you're either going to get one of these snowball. Now, if you don't know about this mic right here, the same people who create the Blue Yeti are the same folks who create this snowball. And I have a couple of these that I'm going to be giving away to you guys. And so I'm going to be showing you guys and teaching you in that class. So it's pretty cool, and I'm excited about it. And I'll be, giving you guys all the information. Now, let me tell you why I'm going to do this class. Now, I told you guys we set up a brand new TikTok channel over there. So if you guys do not know, you guys can actually go over there and to subscribe. You can subscribe to the Mad Church Disease channel on TikTok. We are now on TikTok as well as on Instagram. So I'm on TikTok now as well as Instagram. So go over there and subscribe. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, my cousin has a nice number of followers over there, and some of the folks over there, she wants to kind of help them get them started on there and help their YouTube channel. So I told her I was going to do a special class for her folks. And so I'm going to let you guys in on that class and how you guys can get some of this free stuff as well. All right. So that's just the whole point. I just letting you know that so that you will know. All right. So, and just keep it locked on the channel, guys. And I'll definitely give you guys some information when we do that. Yeah, so it's coming. And so you guys will get it, and I'll definitely give you guys some more information about all of that. So yeah. All right. So if all hearts and minds are clear, if nobody else has anything to say here. I want to appreciate all of you for joining me on tonight. I believe I covered everything. Let me make sure I covered everything. Yeah, well, I'm under my name on Twitter, so it's just Marcellus McMill. It's McMill because I ran out of space, so it's just MarcellUsMCMIL. That's it, one L. So Marcellus McMill, and I'll put the Twitter stuff up for you guys at a later point. But you know, having co-hosts is hard, guys, and Fox Soul needs to get over there because right now they have no soul. They have no soul, none whatsoever. All of this bickering and going back and forth, and you paying people $200,000. Something is wrong with these people. That's all I'm saying. Y'all ain't got no soul over there. And Claudia, you need to get it together. You need to get it together. And I know sometimes these folks can get a little messy over there, but you gotta ring that stuff on in. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure, you guys. Make sure that you guys like this video. Please share this on your social media. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. About what? Am I active where? Where am I? Now, let me just also tell you guys too, for those of you who support the channel, our monetization will probably be back on within the next 30 days. We've hit 4,000 watch time hours. We did that in like a week, which is amazing. And I appreciate all of you guys for the support of the channel. So once they bring that back, because YouTube is reviewing everything right now, then we'll be back up. Okay. I know. Yeah. They have no soul over there, and they need to get their acts together. Because if this is their way of keeping their name in the spotlight, that's a sucky way of doing it. It is a sucky way of doing it. All right. Yeah. And I'll put the Twitter stuff up on the next episode. But thank you guys so very much. And I will see you guys on the very next episode. And we'll probably do some Sunday recaps of some of the old CFR shows. I'm going to start putting those back up on Sunday. What did you want to know? What did you want to know? Well, you got to tell me because I'm waiting on you. I am waiting on you. Am I active on Twitter? Yes, I am active on Twitter. I'll be back on Twitter. Yes, I am active on Twitter. Yes. And y'all are saying a great show. I don't feel like this is the best of my shows because I'm tired. I didn't know I was going to be this tired. I got tired really quick. Yeah, that Brian Carn is full of talking about prostituting your gifts and prostituting yourself when he's sleeping with everybody's wives. He got his whole nerve, but that's a whole nother matter. I don't want to go down that road. Good night, everybody. I'll see you guys on the very next episode.
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.